तेबे भुवनेश्वर महाकाशचारी शुभांशु शुक्ला साई इंटरनेशनल स्कूल स्वतंत्र कार्यक्रम में जोग देबाकू से ओडिशा आसिछंती। महाकाशर अनुभूति बांटिबाकू ओडिशा आसिथिबा से कहिसंती। तेबे किभଳି भाबरे महाकाश रे तांकर यात्रा रहितला, महाकाश रे जीवन चर्चा तांकर किभଳି रहितला, ए सबको साउंटिछंती।
Sudden force acceleration. I thought that I know this very well, and this is what it will feel like. But when the 9 engines on the Falcon 9 rocket ignited, I can tell you everything I knew just flew right out of the window. It was such a powerful experience. It was almost like, the same feeling that you get when you see your question papers in exam. All the preparation that you have, it just flies out of the window. It was almost exactly like that. And from that moment onwards, till the time you come back, everything is new. You know each and everything because you trained for it, but the environment has changed. And we had with us as my commander, Dr. Kelly Whitson from the United States, who is the most experienced American astronaut. She has spent around 695 days in space already. This is a lot. We actually used to joke that she breaks the record of some of the satellites which have been launched in space. So when we got into space, we were very excited, just like you, like kids. We wanted to go around, do backflips, do somersault, and go to the window, come up, go up, come down, everything. We wanted to try everything. And she told us several times, take it slow. Don't move too fast. Don't move your head too fast because you will not feel good. Many times she told us. But who listens in this situation? Nobody cares. So we were still going ahead and doing everything that we wanted to do. And within 10 minutes, all three of us, me and my two other counterparts from Poland and Hungary, all of us were sitting with our head in our hands, with a headache, with the space fog, exactly what she had told us. So my advice, when adults tell you to do something, please listen. Most of the time it is for your own good, even though it may stop you from having fun. Okay, so I am being told that it will take another 5 minutes for this to be resolved. So I would not share this, I would like to show you the presentation. So why not, let's do something. Let me answer some of the questions that you have in the meantime. So if you have, please shoot, and I would love to answer the questions, and then we will start the presentation.
Good morning, sir. I am Ashnik of the line. Sir, for a recent school exhibition, I prepared a satellite constellation concept called Precision, focused at helping farmers using remote sensing data. Sir, my question to you is, what do you think is more important for future India? Remote sensing satellites and space infrastructure dedicated to India's development, or a dedicated fleet of launch rockets to launch India's future? Which one do you think is more important?
What's the second thing? Dedicated fleet of
launch rockets.
So, to have a constellation of satellites, you will need launch rockets for them to be deployed. So I think you will have to develop both to have this ecosystem. But the idea is great, and I think a lot of work is already happening to have a sort of constellation which can give you regular data to better understand what is happening on ground and better plan agriculture in your country. So I think it is already in progress, but I think you will need both, not just one. Thank you.
Thank you. So can I ask a bit of a personal question related to me?
Okay, please.
So what skills do you think that a person needs to work in ISRO as a rocket scientist?
I don't think you need any specific skills to work anywhere in the world. The single most important skill that you need is discipline. That is the only thing that you need wherever you are. It doesn't matter.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Deepthi Yadav. My question is to you, sir. As many students are passionate about space science and want to build a career on that, what are the steps you can take right now to build a strong foundation for a career in space science?
That's a great question. Thank you. I think as a country, we are on a path where we will need a lot of space scientists and space researchers in the future. And what you need to do is develop a curious mind, and develop the problem-solving skills. Because essentially, when you talk about space exploration, you are talking about solving problems that you don't even know what the problems are. So the critical skill that is required is a problem-solving skill. It doesn't matter what the problem is. How do you approach the problem? How do you get from point A to point C? Figuring out the steps in between. That is the single most important skill that you would need. And of course, a solid foundation in the basic subjects, so the STEM subjects that is required. That would be required. Thank you.
Astrophysicist and the astronaut when I grow up. So I wanted to ask you that when we go to space, due to the microgravity, our vestibular system in our mind stops, are confused. So how do you maintain spatial orientation in space?
You don't actually. In the initial few days, you don't maintain spatial orientation. You are lost. You don't understand what is up, what is down. You are confused. And the body gradually gets used to this new environment and understands what is up and down. So in the space station there are visual markings, either it is numbering or color coding, which tells you this is up, this is down, this is left, this is right, because your body doesn't really feel it. So your vestibular system does get compromised, but over 4-5 days, your body understands that this is the new normal and you start finding that okay. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Myself, Meenakshi. I have a question for you. What was the challenging part of adjusting life in microgravity?
Lot of parts. Actually, everything was challenging in the initial few days. Your body is not really used to that environment, and you have headaches. You become slow. Your head becomes swollen. You have congestion. You don't feel hungry. You have backache. All these things happen in the first few days when you go to space. But again, your body understands, and within 5 to 6 days, you get adapted to this new environment, and then it becomes all right. It becomes everything is okay.
Yes, sir. One more question. How do you sleep in gravity?
You actually sleep in air in gravity. There is no bed. You have a sleeping bag. You go inside the sleeping bag, and then you can choose to sleep on the floor, on the ceiling, on the wall, wherever you want.
Sir, let me build a better structure like orbital rings or a Dyson swarm.
Sorry?
Let me make better structures like a Dyson swarm or orbital rings.
I think Sai International is feeding something else to these kids.
A Dyson swarm is used to harness the energy.
I know what a Dyson sphere is. I'm just saying that I was not expecting it from you. Yes, I think we can, but we are not at the stage yet. The closest thing that we have is the Starlink constellation, which has about 7,000, 8,000 satellites around the Earth. But if we have to build a Dyson sphere, it will be of a much larger dimension.
Sir, and what about orbital rings?
They are all in theoretical concepts right now. Nothing has been demonstrated yet. I think as we move forward with these space stations, all these concepts will be explored. So maybe you will, when you grow up, will probably get us an orbital ring sometime in the future.
And what about terraforming the entire planet?
Sorry?
What about terraforming the entire planet?
I'm not able to make out.
What about terraforming the entire planet? Like
Terraforming, yeah. Again, it's a theoretical concept, and I'm sure you have heard of the concept of terraforming Mars to make it livable, or changing its acids. Yes, lasers, nuclear explosions, whatever. But these are all theoretical concepts. We don't know what the impact are going to be if we try to terraform a planet. Okay. I have my presentation back up. Can we go ahead? Can we go through this and thereafter take on the questions? Okay. Okay, let me skip over a few slides let's start from my mission itself. So as I told you, when I was launching, I felt I knew everything, I understand everything. But it was not so. You know, when the ignition happens, the force is so powerful that your body has never seen it. It has never experienced that. And that is from my background. You know, I have seen some of these forces during my flight. You are going from 0 kilometers per hour to 28,500 kilometers per hour in 8.5 minutes. That is a huge acceleration and a sustained acceleration for a long time. And your body feels it. So right now when all of you are sitting on the chairs, you are also feeling acceleration, gravity, 1g, 9.8 meters per second square. But when you increase this, your body experiences that force. And if that force is from your head to toe, which happens in fighter plane, then all your blood, it goes down from your head and it tries to go down. And if you continue, you would black out, and if you persist, you may also become unconscious. It happens. Sometimes in flying, when you get too excited and you pull too much of G's, you become unconscious, and then again after some time you wake up and you start flying. But in the space capsule, you are lying on your back, so you experience G through your chest, in which case your lungs get compressed and you cannot breathe. So you have to breathe through your stomach. And that's a very different type of force that is there on your body. Why? Because in case of a space mission, if you abort at a high altitude, your body will experience somewhere around 18 to 20 Gs. That is the kind of force it will experience. So if you were to experience that force from head to toe, your spine will break. It will not be able to sustain. That is why you have to lie down. And I will show you how difficult or challenging it is in both the axes.
ଏବେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସାଇ ଇଣ୍ଟରନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଉପସ୍ଥିତ ରହିଛନ୍ତି ଗ୍ରୁପ କ୍ୟାପ୍ଟେନ୍ ଶୁଭାଂଶୁ ଶୁକ୍ଲା ଏବଂ ଯେଉଁ ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ପିଲାମାନେ ରହିଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ମଧ୍ୟ କୌତୂହଳର ସହିତ ଅନେକ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ସ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପଚାରୁଛନ୍ତି ଶୁଭାଂଶୁ ଶୁକ୍ଲାଙ୍କୁ, ଯାହାର ଆନ୍ସର ରଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଶୁଭାଂଶୁ ଶୁକ୍ଲା ଏବଂ ନିଜର ଅନୁଭୂତି ମଧ୍ୟ ବାଣ୍ଟୁଛନ୍ତି ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ କୁନି କୁନି ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ। ତେବେ ଏହି ପରିପ୍ରେକ୍ଷୀରେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଆସି ପହଞ୍ଚିଛନ୍ତି ଶୁଭାଂଶୁ ଶୁକ୍ଲା ଏବଂ ମହାକାଶରେ ଯେଉଁ ଅନୁଭୂତି ତାଙ୍କର ରହିଥିଲା, ସେଠାରେ କିଭଳି ଭାବରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଜୀବନଚର୍ଯ୍ୟା ରହିଥିଲା ଏବଂ ଯେତିକି ଦିନ ସେଠାରେ ସେ କଟାଇଛନ୍ତି, ଯେତିକି ଦିନ ବିତାଇଛନ୍ତି, ସେଠାରେ କିଭଳି ଭାବରେ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକଟି ଦିନ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକଟି ମୁହୂର୍ତ୍ତ କଟୁଥିଲା, ଏହାର ଅନୁଭୂତି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ପିଲାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ବାଣ୍ଟୁଛନ୍ତି ଶୁଭାଂଶୁ।
Because there is no point me talking to you and not being able to show the experience that I've had. So can you please continue with the Q&A until the time they figure out?